Wait until you hear what happened next. A pregnant woman lying on a hospital floor, bleeding. Her billionaire husband walking away with his mistress, but he made one mistake. He didn't know WHO she really was. And when the truth came out 72 hours later, his entire world collapsed. Manhattan, St. Mary's Hospital, 11:47 p.m. A woman stumbles through the emergency entrance. 7 months pregnant, bleeding. Her name is Elena Morgan. She's calling her husband. 32 times she's called. Marcus Morgan, CEO of Morgan Industries. He won't pick up because he's at dinner with her 5 miles away. The Diamond Room restaurant. Marcus Morgan sits across from Vanessa Hart, his business associate, 26 years old, model, ambitious. Marcus, darling, she purrs. When are you going to leave her? Marcus smirks. Soon, very soon. The pregnancy was a mistake anyway. His phone buzzes. Helena's name flashes. He declines the call. Let's not ruin our evening, he says, back at the hospital. Elena's on a stretcher now. Dr. Chen is shouting orders. We need to operate, now. The baby? Elena gasps. We're doing everything we can, but we need your husband here. We need consent for. He's not coming, Elena whispers. The nurse looks confused. Ma'am, this is serious. The baby. I know. Elena's voice cracks. She knows exactly how serious this is. What they don't know. So does she know something else? Something that's about to change. 1 year ago, Elena and Marcus got married. Picture perfect wedding. 300 guests. Elena thought she'd found her soulmate. Marcus, he thought he'd found his golden ticket. You see, Elena came from old money. Her family had wealth. Marcus came from nothing. Built his company from scratch, but it was struggling. After the marriage, suddenly Morgan Industries got a mysterious investor, $80 million. The company exploded. Marcus became Manhattan's hottest CEO, and that's when Vanessa appeared. That's when everything changed. 1:15 a.m. The surgery's done. Baby's stable. For now. Elena sits alone in the waiting room. 47 missed calls to Marcus. Zero responses. A nurse approaches. Mrs. Morgan, is there anyone else we can call? Elena almost laughs. Anyone else? Her parents died 5 years ago. She has no siblings. Marcus was supposed to be her family. But here's what that nurse doesn't know. Here's what nobody knows. Helena Morgan isn't just some abandoned wife. She's about to remind her husband exactly who he married. And it starts tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. the next morning. Marcus finally shows up. 8 hours later. He walks in looking annoyed, like this is interrupting his day. Helena's in the hospital bed, pale, exhausted, IV in her arm. Marcus, she whispers. Jesus, Elena, you couldn't handle this yourself. I had meetings. The nurse in the corner freezes. Our baby almost died, Elena says quietly. Well, the baby's fine now, right? So what's the problem? Elena stares at the man she married. This stranger. Marcus, I needed you. And I'm here now, aren't I? He's scrolling through his phone. Who's in your car? Elena asks. Marcus doesn't even look up. Vanessa, we have a meeting. Vanessa, your business associate. Yes, the one you're sleeping with. Now he looks up. Don't be dramatic, Elena. You're hormonal. I saw the hotel receipts, Marcus. The texts, everything. Marcus walks to her bedside, leans in close. You want to know the truth, Elena? Fine. Yes, I'm with Vanessa. She's exciting, successful. Not this. He gestures at her pregnant belly with disgust. I never wanted this baby. You wanted it. This was your dream, not mine. Elena's heart shatters, but her face stays calm, too calm. So, what do you want, Marcus? He straightens his tie. I want a divorce. After the baby's born, you'll get a settlement. Something reasonable. Something reasonable, Helena repeats. Yes, 2 million should be enough. You can live comfortably. Get out. What? Get out of my room. Marcus laughs. Elena, don't be stupid. You need me, my company, my money, my connections. Your company? Elena says softly. Your money? Something in her tone makes him pause. What's that supposed to mean? Elena looks him dead in the eye. Nothing. Go to your meeting, Marcus. Go to Vanessa. Enjoy your day. Marcus leaves. Vanessa's waiting in the hallway. Is she going to be difficult? Vanessa asks. No, she'll take the settlement. She has no choice. They walk away, laughing. In the hospital room, Elena picks up her phone, makes one call. Mr. Patterson, it's Elena. Yes, tomorrow morning, execute phase one. She hangs up, looks at her belly, whispers to her baby, Daddy's about to learn a very expensive lesson. The nurse comes back in, sees Elena's expression. For the first time in 12 hours, Elena is smiling, and that nurse will later say it was the most terrifying smile she'd ever seen. The next morning, Morgan Industries headquarters, Midtown Manhattan. Marcus arrives at 8 a.m., feeling good. He's got a board meeting at 9. Big deals happening. His assistant meets him at the elevator. Mr. Morgan, there's someone here to see you. Tell them to make an appointment. Sir, he says it's urgent. His name is James Patterson. He's a lawyer. Marcus freezes. Patterson? Never heard of him. What's this about? He wouldn't say, sir, but he has documents. James Patterson sits in Marcus's office. 60 years old, silver hair, $5,000 suit, the kind of lawyer billionaires hire. Mr. Morgan, I represent certain interests regarding your company. What interests? I don't understand. Patterson opens his briefcase, pulls out a file. Do you remember? 18 months ago, your company received an investment, $80 million. Marcus's stomach drops. Yes, from venture capital firm, international investors, anonymous. Not quite anonymous, Mr. Morgan. Patterson slides papers across the desk. The investment came from the Sterling Trust, and the Sterling Trust is owned by one person, Elena Marie Sterling. Marcus goes pale. Sterling? Elena's maiden name was Sterling. Correct. Your wife owns 68% of Morgan Industries. You own 32%. She's been the majority shareholder since day one of your marriage. That's impossible. She never said. She didn't have to. It was in the prenuptial agreement. Page 47, clause 19. You signed it. Marcus grabs the papers, starts reading frantically. Marcus remembers. The wedding day. So much paperwork. Sign here, here, and here, the lawyer had said. Marcus was impatient. Guests were waiting. He never read page 47. Never read any of it. Elena had watched him sign everything. That small smile on her face. He thought it was wedding day joy. It wasn't, but her parents died. She had no money. She was Mr. Morgan, Patterson interrupts. Elena Sterling's family founded Sterling Pharmaceuticals in 1947. They sold it to a European conglomerate in 2019 for $3.2 billion. Elena's trust fund alone is worth 800 million. Marcus can't breathe. 800. Your wife is one of the wealthiest women on the East Coast. She just prefers privacy. Unlike you, she doesn't need to show off. Why? Marcus whispers. Why would she marry me? Why invest in my company? Patterson stands, buttons his jacket. I suggest you ask her that yourself. Oh, and Mr. Morgan? Board meetings in 10 minutes. You'll want to be there. The boardroom. 8 board members, all waiting. Marcus stumbles in, his secretary already there. Gentlemen, Marcus says, trying to sound confident. Sorry I'm late. Let's begin. Actually, Mr. Morgan, the CFO interrupts. We're waiting for someone else. Who? The door opens. Elena walks in, not in a hospital gown. In a power suit, Tom Ford, black, perfectly tailored, hairstyled, makeup flawless. She's 7 months pregnant, and she looks like she owns the world. Because she does. Good morning, gentlemen, Elena says. Every board member stands. Mrs. Morgan, they say in unison. Marcus looks around, confused. What? What is this? Elena takes the seat at the head of the table. His seat. Marcus, I'd like to introduce myself properly. I'm Elena Sterling Morgan, majority shareholder of Morgan Industries. As of 9 a.m. this morning, I'm assuming my role as chairman of the board. You can't. I can. And I am. For 18 months, Elena continues, I've watched you run my company, and honestly, you've done okay. The team is talented, the products are good. She pauses. But you, Marcus, you are a liability. Elena, listen. No, you listen. Yesterday, while I was in the hospital bleeding, potentially losing our child, you were at dinner with your mistress, using company funds, by the way. The Diamond Room, $3,000 dinner, charged to the corporate card. The board members shift uncomfortably. Marcus goes red. That was a business. Vanessa Hart has no business with this company. She's a model, Marcus, not even a good one. Elena stands, walks to the window. Here's what's going to happen. Effective immediately, Marcus. You're removed as CEO. What? David, she looks at the CFO. You're interim CEO until we find a permanent replacement. David nods. Yes, ma'am. This is insane, Marcus shouts. I built this company. Elena turns, and the look on her face. No, Marcus, you didn't build anything. My money built this. My family's reputation opened doors. My connections gave you clients. You were just the face. You used me. Marcus breathes. No, Elena says softly. I loved you. I genuinely loved you, Marcus. I invested in your dreams because I believed in you. I didn't tell you about my wealth because I wanted you to love Emmy, not my money. A tear rolls down her cheek. But you never loved me. You loved what you thought I could give you. A trophy wife, a mother for children you didn't want, someone to use and discard. She touches her belly. Yesterday you made a choice. You chose Vanessa over your family. So now I'm making mine. Marcus realizes. This is really happening. What do I get? Elena smiles. That terrifying smile. You'll find out soon enough. Two security guards escort Marcus out, through the office floor, past every employee. Everyone's watching, whispering. His assistant, the one who's worked for him for 3 years, won't even make eye contact. Mr. Morgan, the head of security says, I'll need your key card, company phone, and laptop. Marcus stands in the lobby, the same lobby where his name was on the wall. Morgan Industries, founded by Marcus Morgan. Except it wasn't, was it? His phone rings. Vanessa. Marcus, I just saw the news. What's happening? Twitter's going crazy. What news? Check your phone. Elena just posted a press release. Marcus opens Twitter. His blood runs cold. Elena Sterling Morgan assumes control of Morgan Industries. Former CEO Marcus Morgan steps down amid personal conduct issues. Below it, a photo of him and Vanessa at the Diamond Room, kissing. The comments are brutal. He cheated on his pregnant wife. She's in the hospital and he's at dinner with his side piece. Wait, his wife owned the company the whole time. She made him CEO and he cheated. This man is trash. Within an hour, it's trending. Number Marcus Morgan Ice over party. His reputation? Destroyed. Every business contact he has. Seeing this. Every client, every investor, every friend, all watching him fall. Vanessa's apartment. Her phone won't stop ringing. Her modeling agency. Vanessa, we're terminating your contract. This scandal is bad for our brand. Her friends. Did you know he was married? Her mother. Are you insane? His wife is pregnant. 3 brand deals? Cancelled. Her Instagram? Flooded with hate. She calls Marcus. Again. Marcus, what are we going to do? I'm losing everything. We? Marcus laughs bitterly. There is no we, Vanessa. There never was. Marcus tries to buy groceries that night. Card declined. He tries another card. Declined. He calls his bank. Mr. Morgan, it appears your accounts have been frozen pending legal review. Legal review? What legal review? You'll need to speak with your attorney, sir. He goes home to his penthouse. The penthouse Elena's trust fund bought. The furniture Elena paid for. The art on the walls. Elena's family collection. Everything. Everything was hers. Meanwhile, Elena's still in the hospital, monitoring the baby. But she's also working. Laptop open. Phone calls. Video conferences. Her lawyer, Patterson, appears on video. Phase 2 complete. Mrs. Morgan. His accounts are frozen. The prenup is ironclad. He signed away rights to everything if he committed adultery. And the evidence? Overwhelming. Hotel records, credit card receipts, text messages. His assistant finally talked. She's been covering for him for months. Elena nods. Good. What about the apartment? Here's what Marcus doesn't know. Elena's known about Vanessa for 6 months. She hired private investigators, documented everything, every hotel, every lie, every text. She could have confronted him any time, but she waited. Waited until she was pregnant. Waited until he showed his true colors. Waited until he felt invincible. And then she struck. This wasn't impulse. This was chess. And Elena's been playing 10 moves ahead the entire time. Day 3. Marcus receives an eviction notice. Eviction. This is my apartment. The building manager shakes his head. Actually, sir, the lease is in Mrs. Morgan's name. Always has been. She's terminating it. You have 72 hours to vacate. Marcus calls Elena. Voicemail. He calls again. Voicemail. 37 calls. On the 38th, she picks up. What do you want, Marcus? Her voice is ice. Elena, please, we can work this out. I made a mistake. A mistake. A mistake. You called our baby a mistake. Silence. I was angry. I didn't mean. You did mean it, Marcus. I heard it in your voice. You looked at me, pregnant with your child, and you felt disgust. Marcus's voice cracks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you. Don't insult me with lies. You loved my money. You loved my name. You loved what I could do for your ego. You never loved Emmy. That's not true. Then tell me, Marcus, when's my birthday? Silence on the phone. Marcus doesn't know. They've been married 18 months. He doesn't know his wife's birthday. November. No, December. August 7th. Marcus. I turned 30 last year. You forgot. Sent flowers 3 days later when your assistant reminded you. Elena. What's my favorite food? My middle name? What did I study in college? What happened to my parents? How did they die? Marcus can't answer a single question. You married a stranger, Elena says quietly, and you made me feel invisible. But at least now, you'll remember me. She hangs up. That night, Vanessa shows up at Marcus's door. Marcus, baby, we need to talk. He lets her in. She looks around at the packed boxes. So it's true? She's really taking everything? Yes, everything. The company, the apartment, the money, all of it. Vanessa sits down, crosses her legs. Well, that's unfortunate. Something in her tone. Unfortunate? Marcus stares at her. That's all you have to say? Vanessa shrugs. Marcus, let's be real. I was with you because you were rich, successful, and fun. Now, you're none of those things. Marcus feels like he's been punched. Are you? Are you serious? Did you think this was love? Vanessa laughs. You're almost 40. I'm 26. You were a sugar daddy with a fancy title. Now you're just a broke, unemployed cheater. I gave up everything for you. No, you gave up everything for your ego. I was just there. Marcus grabs her arm. Vanessa, please, I need you. I have nothing, nothing. She pulls away, disgust in her eyes. That's not my problem. Figure it out. But you said you loved me. Vanessa walks to the door, pauses. I love rich men, Marcus. You're not rich anymore. She leaves. Marcus stands alone in his empty apartment, and for the first time, he understands exactly what he did to Elena. The abandonment, the betrayal, the cruelty. He finally gets it. Marcus slides down the wall, sits on the floor. His phone buzzes. A news alert. Elena Sterling Morgan announces $50 million donation to women's shelters for domestic abuse survivors. Below it, her quote: every woman deserves to leave a man who doesn't value her. Money should never trap anyone in a loveless marriage. These shelters will help women rebuild. Marcus realizes she's not just leaving him, she's making a statement about him to the world. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Elena's room is full. Her college friends, business associates, the charity board she works with, people Marcus never met because he never asked about her life. Elena, you're glowing, her best friend Sarah says. I feel good, Elena admits. For the first time in months, I feel free. Are you scared? about doing this alone. Elena touches her belly. I'm not alone. I have this little one, and I have all of you. That's more than enough. Elena looks at a photo on her bedside table. Her parents, 25 years ago. Her mom was pregnant. With her. Her dad's hand on her mom's belly. The look in his eyes? That's love. Real love. My dad used to tell me, Elena says quietly, that he knew he loved my mom when he couldn't imagine life without her. Not because of what she had, but because of who she was. She wipes a tear. Marcus never had that feeling, not once. Patterson arrives with more documents. Mrs. Morgan, we have a situation. What kind of situation? Marcus's mother called. She's threatening to sue for grandparents' rights to the baby. Elena's jaw tightens. His mother? The woman who told him to leave me? Who called me a gold digger when we got engaged? The same. Apparently, now that she knows about your wealth, she's very interested in being a grandmother. Helena laughs, but it's not a happy laugh. Of course she is. Money changes everyone, doesn't it? Elena remembers the engagement party. Marcus's mother, Patricia, had pulled him aside. Are you sure about this girl? She's so plain. Where's her family? What do they do? Elena heard every word. She was standing right there. Patricia knew and didn't care. Later that night, Marcus told Elena, don't worry about my mother. She's just protective. But he never defended her. Not once in 18 months. He let his mother insult her, dismiss her, treat her like hired help, and Elena stayed quiet because she was testing him. He failed. Mr. Patterson, Elena says calmly, let Patricia sue. In fact, I encourage it. Patterson looks surprised. You want her to sue? Yes, because when she does, we'll submit evidence to the court, evidence of her son's adultery, his abandonment, his verbal abuse, his complete disregard for his pregnant wife's safety. She pauses. And then we'll show the court the text messages between Patricia and Marcus, the ones where she encouraged him to leave me, where she called our baby an anchor and a trap. Patterson smiles. You have those texts. I have everything, Mr. Patterson. Everything. For 6 months, Elena documented everything. Every text Marcus sent, every lie he told, every business expense he falsified, every hotel room he booked. She had security footage, credit card statements, witness testimonies. Marcus thought he was so clever, thought she was so naive. But Elena was 3 law school courses away from a JD before she decided to join her family business. She knows exactly how divorce court works, and she's prepared for war. The question is Marcus? 2 weeks later, family court, Manhattan. The media's everywhere. Former CEO fights for baby rights. Billionaire heiress versus cheating husband. Marcus arrives in a suit from Men's Warehouse. Not Armani, not Tom Ford. Men's Warehouse. Because his credit cards are still frozen. He's living in a motel now. The Sunset Inn. $49 a night. His lawyer? Court appointed. Because he can't afford a real one. Elena arrives 20 minutes later. Town car, driver, security. She's 8 months pregnant now, wearing a custom maternity suit, cream colored, elegant. Her legal team, 5 attorneys, led by Catherine Reynolds. The Catherine Reynolds hasn't lost a case in 12 years. Marcus watches Elena walk past him. She doesn't even glance his direction, like he's invisible. The way he made her feel for 18 months, the courtroom, Judge Morrison presiding. 30 years on the bench, fair but tough. Marcus's lawyer stands. Your Honor, my client seeks joint custody and visitation rights to his unborn child. Judge Morrison looks at Elena's side. Miss Reynolds? Catherine stands. Cool, confident. Your Honor, will be demonstrating that Mr. Morgan is unfit for custody. We have substantial evidence of adultery, abandonment, and emotional abuse. Marcus's lawyer objects. Adultery doesn't make someone an unfit parent. Perhaps not, Catherine says, but abandoning your pregnant wife during a medical emergency does. Catherine plays a video. Hospital security footage. Elena, stumbling into the ER. Blood on her dress. Calling someone. 32 times. The timestamp shows Marcus's phone. declined call over and over. The courtroom is silent. You can see Elena collapse. Nurses rushing. The video cuts to 2 hours later. Elena on a stretcher being wheeled to surgery. Still alone. Marcus's lawyer has nothing to say to that. Judge Morrison looks at Marcus. Mr. Morgan, can you explain why you didn't answer your wife's calls that night? Marcus stands, sweating. I was at dinner. Business dinner. My phone was on silent. For 8 hours? Your phone remained on silent for 8 hours while your pregnant wife was in surgery. I didn't know it was serious. 32 calls, Mr. Morgan. 32. Oh. And you expect this court to believe you thought it wasn't serious? Marcus sits down. He has no answer. Catherine continues. Your Honor, we also have evidence of Mr. Morgan using marital funds for his extramarital affair. She projects receipts. The Diamond Room, $3,427. The Plaza Hotel, $1,850. Cartier, $12,000. For Vanessa, all my love, M. On and on. 53 transactions. Over 6 months. $127,000 spent on his mistress, using the company card. The company his wifey. Then Marcus's mother takes the stand. Patricia Morgan, designer suit, diamonds. She thinks she's here to help her son. Miss Morgan, Catherine begins. What did you think of your son's marriage to Elena? Patricia sniffs. I thought he could do better, frankly. Elena was so ordinary. No style, no connections. I told Marcus he was settling. Interesting. And when you learned Elena was pregnant, I told him to be careful, that she might be trying to trap him. Catherine smiles. Trap him? With his own child? Well, you know how women are. Let me show you some text messages, Miss Morgan. Catherine projects them. Patricia to Marcus. That baby is a mistake. Get her to terminate it. Patricia to Marcus. Once the baby is born, divorce her immediately. She'll get nothing. Patricia to Marcus. Focus on Vanessa. She's from a better family, better breeding. The courtroom gasps. Patricia goes white. Those were taken out of context. What context? Judge Morrison interrupts. Makes telling your son to abandon his pregnant wife acceptable. Patricia has no answer. Elena takes the stand. 8 months pregnant. Calm. Composed. Mrs. Morgan. Catherine says gently. Tell the court what happened the night you went to the hospital. Elena takes a breath. I woke up bleeding. I was terrified. I called Marcus. I texted him. I told him I needed help, that the baby might be in danger. And what did he say? Nothing. He didn't answer. Not once. So, I drove myself to the hospital. I almost crashed twice because the pain was so bad. I thought, I thought I was going to lose my baby. The doctors told me later that if I'd waited even 30 minutes more, we might have lost the baby. My baby almost died because my husband was having dinner with his mistress. Elena's voice cracks, just slightly. I loved Marcus. I really did. I gave him everything, my trust, my money, my heart. And when I needed him most, he wasn't there. She looks directly at Marcus. He'll never get that chance again. My child deserves a parent who shows up, who cares, who chooses them first, every time. Marcus can't meet her eyes. For the first time, he looks like he understands what he's lost. Judge Morrison looks at both sides. I've heard enough. Mr. Morgan, your actions demonstrate a pattern of neglect and emotional abuse, while adultery alone doesn't determine custody. Marcus holds his breath. Abandoning your wife during a medical emergency shows a profound lack of judgment and character. I am granting Mrs. Morgan full custody. You'll have supervised visitation only, pending completion of parenting classes and therapy. Marcus's world crumbles. But, Your Honor, furthermore, your mother's interference and toxic behavior is noted in this record. Miss Patricia Morgan, you are not to contact Mrs. Morgan or the child without express permission. Patricia stands. You can't. I just did. Court adjourned. Outside the courthouse. Elena is surrounded by her team. Her friends. Marcus stands alone on the steps. A reporter shouts, Mr. Morgan, any comment? He has nothing to say. What can he say? Elena gets into her car, drives away. And Marcus realizes this is it. She's gone. The money's gone. The company's gone. His reputation's gone. All of it because of choices he made. 3 weeks later, 2:37 a.m. Elena goes into labor. Her best friend Sarah is there. Her cousin Michael, Dr. Chen, and a team of nurses. People who actually care about her. No, Marcus. He doesn't even know it's happening. Elena requested he not be notified. Are you sure? Sarah asks. It's still his baby. Elena squeezes her hand. He gave up the right to this moment. He made that choice. The contractions intensify. All right, Mrs. Morgan, Dr. Chen says. Let's meet your baby. 5:17 a.m. A baby girl. 7 pounds, 3 ounces. Perfect. Elena holds her daughter for the first time, and the tears come, not from pain, not from sadness, from pure, overwhelming love. Hi, sweetheart, Elena whispers. I'm your mama, and I promise you, I will never let anyone make you feel like you're not enough. Never. Sarah's crying too. She's beautiful, Elena. What's her name? Elena looks at her daughter's tiny face. Grace. Grace Elena Sterling Morgan. The sun rises over Manhattan. Elena stands at the nursery window, watching Grace sleep. She doesn't have a father, the older nurse says softly. I mean, she does, but she has me, Elena says firmly, and that's enough, more than enough. The nurse smiles. You know, I've worked here 30 years. I've seen a lot of families. The best parents, they're the ones who show up every day, no matter what. Elena touches the glass. I'll show up every single day, I promise. Marcus finds out about the birth from Instagram. Elena posted a photo. Baby Grace, sleeping peacefully. Caption. Grace Elena Sterling Morgan, born May 7th at 5:17 a.m. 7 pounds 3 ounces. My whole world. Comments flood in. Congratulations. She's beautiful. You're going to be an amazing mom. Marcus stares at the photo. His daughter. He has a daughter, and he wasn't there. He texts Elena. Can I see her, please? 30 minutes pass. Then a response. Your supervised visitation starts in 2 weeks. The court order stands. 2 weeks later, the supervised visitation center. Marcus sits in a small room, a social worker in the corner, watching. Elena brings in Grace. 20 minutes, Elena says. That's what the court ordered. She hands the baby to Marcus. He's holding his daughter for the first time. Grace starts crying immediately. She doesn't know me, Marcus whispers. No, Elena says quietly. She doesn't. Marcus looks up, tears in his eyes. Elena, I'm so sorry for everything. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Elena's face is unreadable. I know. Can we try again? Marcus asks. I'll do anything. Therapy, whatever you want. I love you. Elena takes Grace back. The baby stops crying in her arms. You don't love me, Marcus. You love the idea of what you lost. There's a difference. That's not true. When's Grace's birthday? Marcus goes pale. He doesn't know. He's held her for 15 minutes, and he already doesn't remember her birthday. Elena sees it in his face. That's what I thought. Elena walks to the door. Wait, Marcus calls. Will you ever forgive me? Elena pauses, doesn't turn around. I already have, Marcus. I forgave you the day Grace was born. Because holding on to anger would only hurt me and my daughter. Then why? Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. It means I'm free from you, from the pain you caused, from the man who made me feel worthless. She turns, looks at him one last time. I hope you become a better man, Marcus, for Grace's sake, but you'll do it without me. 6 months later, Elena's life is full. Grace is 10 months old, starting to walk, saying Mama. Morgan Industries, renamed Sterling Industries, doing better than ever. Elena's on the cover of Forbes, the CEO who did it all and didn't need a man to help. Marcus sees it at a newsstand. He's working now, junior analyst at a small firm, making $87,000 a year. After making millions, he sees Elena's photo. She's glowing, happy, without him. Marcus's life now is different. Studio apartment in Queens. The love, $1,400 a month. No doorman, no concierge, no view. He takes the subway to work, packs his own lunch, does his own laundry, things he never did before. His coworkers don't know who he used to be. To them, he's just Marcus, the quiet guy in accounting. And honestly, it's humbling. For the first time in his life, Marcus is learning what enough actually means. He's in therapy now, court ordered, twice a week. Dr. Williams, patient, tough when needed. Marcus, why do you think you cheated on Elena? Marcus used to deflect this question. Now, because I felt inadequate. She was perfect. Came from money, had education, connections. I built myself from nothing, and it still wasn't enough. When Vanessa looked at me like I was special, it fed my ego. And what does that tell you? That I was so insecure about who I was, I destroyed the one person who actually loved me for me. Then one day, Vanessa appears at his office, still beautiful, still designer everything. But Marcus sees her differently now. Marcus, I've been trying to reach you. Vanessa, what do you want? Can we talk? Maybe coffee? Marcus hesitates, then agrees. They sit at a Starbucks, not the diamond room. I miss you, Vanessa says. Marcus almost laughs. Really? Since when? Since I realized I made a mistake. We were good together. Vanessa, you told me you only dated rich men. I'm not rich. Money isn't everything. The man you're dating now, the one who paid for that outfit, what's he worth? Vanessa goes quiet. I thought so, Marcus says. He's 73, Marcus. It's not the same. So you're here because your sugar daddy is old? That's why you miss me? Vanessa's mask drops. Fine. Yes, I need someone younger for appearances. You understand. Marcus stands. I do understand. Finally. Goodbye, Vanessa. He walks away. Vanessa calls after him. You're really going to choose being broke over being with me? Marcus turns. I'm choosing self respect over you. There's a difference. For the first time since everything collapsed, Marcus feels good, not happy, not successful, but honest. That night, he goes to his visitation with Grace. She's 11 months old now, and something's different. She doesn't cry when he holds her. She's warming up to you, the social worker notes. Marcus is on the floor, playing with blocks. Grace giggles when the tower falls. I've been reading parenting books, Marcus admits, and I come here prepared now. I bring her favorite toys. I learned her schedule. That's good progress, Mr. Morgan. It's not enough, though, is it? Reading books doesn't make up for missing her birth, for abandoning Elena. No, but showing up consistently, that's a start. Grace reaches for Marcus, says a sound that might be Dada. Marcus's eyes fill with tears. Hey, Grace. Hi, baby girl. Daddy's here. Meanwhile, Patricia hasn't given up. She shows up at Elena's home, a mansion in Westchester, 20 acres. Security stops her at the gate. Ma'am, you're on the no entry list. I'm the grandmother. I have rights. The court order says otherwise. Patricia's fury is impotent now. Her friends stopped calling months ago. Her country club asked her to resign. Her own family is embarrassed by her. All because she couldn't keep her cruelty private. Inside the mansion, Elena's working. Video call with the board. Grace is playing in a corner of her office. The Q3 numbers are excellent. The CFO reports. Good. And the new affordable housing initiative? Breaking ground next month. 50 units. Named the Maria Martinez Complex. Elena smiles. Her mother's name on buildings that help working families. That's the legacy that matters. Mrs. Morgan, her assistant, interrupts. Patricia Morgan is at the gate again. Elena doesn't even look up. Same answer as always. No. Grace's first birthday. The garden is decorated. Pink and gold balloons. 30 guests. People who matter. No Marcus. No Patricia. Marcus sends a gift. A handmade photo album. Pictures of Grace from each visitation. For when she's older. The note says. So she knows I was trying. Elena looks at the album. At Marcus's handwritten captions. Grace's first smile at me. 4 months. She said Dada. 11 months. Learning to walk. Today, he's trying. It doesn't fix the past. But maybe it's something. Elena holds Grace. Her daughter grabs her face. Mama, that's right, baby. Mama's here. Mama's always here. Sarah comes over. You did it, Elena. Built an empire, raised a daughter, survived everything. How does it feel? Elena watches Grace laugh at the bubbles floating by. It feels complete. I don't need Marcus to be whole. I don't need anyone to validate me. Grace and I, we're enough. Do you think you'll ever date again? Elena shrugs. Maybe, someday, when I'm ready, but not to complete me, just to complement me. There's a difference. 2 years later, Marcus's visitations are different now. Still supervised, but in parks, museums, normal places. Grace is 3 years old. Dada, push me. She's on a swing. Marcus pushes. Carefully. The social worker watches, but from a distance now. Mr. Morgan's made significant progress, she tells Elena later. He's consistent, present. He's learned her allergies, her fears, her favorite things. He's becoming a father. Elena nods. That's good. Grace deserves a father who shows up. Do you think you'll ever forgive him? I already did. That was for me, not him. Marcus's apartment has changed. Photos of Grace everywhere. A corner with toys for when she visits. He's been promoted at work, junior vice president now. Not CEO, not even close. But honest work, earned work. His therapist asks, do you still think about what you lost? Every day, but not with anger anymore. With understanding. I lost everything because I didn't value anything. The lesson cost me everything I thought mattered. And what matters now? Marcus looks at Grace's photo. Being a man my daughter can be proud of, even if that takes the rest of my life. Patricia lives alone now. Her husband divorced her. Tired of her bitterness, she works part time at a boutique, the same type of store where she used to shop. Her friends abandoned her. Her son talks to her once a month, briefly. She's never met Grace. The court order stands. Sometimes she sits with photos of her granddaughter, found online, public posts. She has my eyes, Patricia whispers to herself. But Grace will never know her. That's the price of cruelty. Some bridges once burned can be rebuilt. 5 years after the divorce, Elena hosts a charity gala, the Maria Martinez Foundation. Grace is 6 now, in first grade, confident, loved. Marcus is there, in the back. He donated, small amount, what he can afford. Elena sees him, nods acknowledgement. He nods back. No animosity, no longing, just acceptance. They're co parents now, barely, but he's consistent with visitations. He remembers birthdays. He's become adequate, not the father Grace deserves, but better than nothing. The gala ends. Elena holds Grace's hand, walking to their car. Mama, was that daddy? Yes, sweetheart. Why doesn't daddy live with us? Elena kneels down, eye level with her daughter. Because sometimes people make choices that change everything. But that doesn't mean he doesn't love you. He's learning to be a better person. Do you still love him? Elena smiles, touches Grace's cheek. I love who I thought he was, but I love US more. You and me, we're a team. Forever, forever. They drive home to their mansion, their life, their happiness.